Welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Rex. In today's video, we are going to video archive and talk about what's left of my knife collection. So we're gonna go ahead and change the camera angle so you can see it better. All right, so as I said in the beginning, what's left of my knife collection. Over the course of my life, I have collected probably over 100 knives, but this is what's left because I've been selling them off the last 6 years. I just came to a realization that I really don't need all the knives that I've collected. And I'm about to sell some of these as well and figured I'm going to archive it because I never took video of everything else that I had in my knife collection. I'm gonna get right into it. The first one is this Heckler & Koch knives. I believe I got this from a website called Massdrop, where a whole bunch of people get together to buy an item, and if there's enough people that want to buy the item or promise to buy the item, then we get a certain special price. And that's what this one was. This is a beautiful Tanto with the serration on it from Heckler & Koch. Now I don't know much about knives, to be honest, and I didn't know much when I first bought this. I just honestly bought it for the name because I'm also into airsoft and I'm into real guns, and Heckler & Koch is one of my favorite gun manufacturers. It's really cool. It's got a slide lock at the back. Pretty sure there's a, I don't know what you call this, is it G10 that you guys call it? I'm not sure. I'm not a knife guy. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I probably won't be selling this one because it's my only Tanto and it's my only serrated blade. So probably gonna keep this one. This one was purchased from a knife store, and I was just in the area, so I decided to stop by. The clips really mashed up because of carrying this in my pocket, having the clip hang out of my pocket, and I rubbed it up against so many things. But it's still a beautiful, gorgeous knife. I do keep all my knives very clean. I don't cut anything gross with them. Well, actually, some of them I do, and I'll show you that in a bit. This one I have not cut anything gross. That one I have never even used. But this one I have used, I have carried it, I have pocketed it. It was a regular use for me. Probably needs a sharpening. Beautiful Boker knife. Titanium spine, titanium clip. Just absolutely gorgeous. Carbon fiber handle. And it's got one of these locks. What do you call these again? Frame lock? That's right, frame lock. And what's interesting about this frame lock is you've got a different type of metal where the lock is. Because I guess they realize this titanium is most likely going to wear or can give in. So they have a much harder metal in there locking it. Next up is this little baby Spyderco. Another random purchase just because I was close to the knife store. You know, I'm glad I've moved away from the knife store. But I was in there and I saw this tiny little guy and I thought, I don't have a tiny little one. I did have this one already that I'd purchased prior to purchasing this one. But I purchased this one for my wife. And she had kept this in her purse for a really long time. And sometimes uses it. But I've since taken it back because she says she doesn't use it enough. Oh no, right, I took it back because yeah, you know, maybe we'll talk about that reason another day. But this is really cool. It's got scissors on it, and that's why I got it for her, because it has scissors. It has scissors. That is so neat. And a iconic gator head looking Spyderco blade. But these scissors, that is so cool. To me, the scissors look like a turtle. And that sold me. I know, crazy reasons. She has definitely used it, because you can see it. I'll probably give it back to her to use, because it's pretty useful. But since I took it away from her, I had given her a different knife to use. And this, I just figured this was nice and easy I could carry with me. Not too big, very, very easy to stay simplistic with and keep hidden. And it was only there because at that point in my life, one of my kids really enjoyed oranges. And so I had made up an excuse to buy this, saying I don't want to get orange peel in my fingernails anymore. I'd like to just peel it with a small knife. So that was the excuse I made to buy this knife. Ridiculously expensive. All of these are ridiculously expensive. And another Spyderco. I have a love for pocket cleavers. And I know this looks more like a straight blade, but it could pass as a pocket cleaver. This was designed in conjunction with Sergey knives. Spyderco and Sergey did a collaboration. Very nice. Frame lock. Probably G10 handle. And very, very balanced. Very balanced. I have used this quite often. One of my excuses to buy this was to cut up food for my young kids when they were much, much younger. And I did. I used it. You know, we'd go out to a beef noodle house, for example, and there's chunks of beef that my kids weren't really, it wasn't easy for the young kids to eat. So I'd pull this out and I'd start chopping up the meat right at the table and give my kids smaller pieces of meat. I really like this one a lot. Oh, there's a lot of Spydercos. I think I have a thing for Spyderco. Here's another Spyderco. This is a fancy looking one, is what I called it. This was my fancy blade. So I'd take this out. This is the one I bring out to weddings and other fancy events in case I need a knife for any reason. I don't do it every time, of course. And I'm not like I gotta have a knife with me. But I made up an excuse to buy it, so I had to use it. Beautiful titanium piece with a really strange blade shape. And I really like that about this. I like strange blade shapes. Beautiful titanium frame lock. Oh yeah, with the what is this called? Is this carbon fiber? Yeah, like raw carbon fiber kind of inlay. Beautiful. This to me looked like a piece of metal art. Did I use it? Yeah, I have used it. No, I haven't. Oh my god, that's sharp. I have not used this one. That is ridiculously sharp. Oh wait, that wasn't there. It was over here. We got another Spyderco. Ooh, one of my favorite Spydercos. And I did have a lot more, of course. Full, it feels like raw carbon, but obviously it's not because it wouldn't be very well protected and it would probably fray. I don't know what the metal is back here. But this was, I think, called the Leaf. I don't remember. But again, another beautiful blade shape. And that was one of the main reasons I purchased this one. Most of these knives, not all, but most of the Spydercos were all purchased because I was close to the knife store. And I'm like, I'll just go in and have a look, see what they have. And this is what I ended up buying that day. Beautiful Spyderco. I know a lot of people don't like Spyderco, and I know a lot of people do like Spyderco. I don't know. I'm not a regular pocket blade user enough to comment. This is a practice balisong that a buddy of mine gave me. Ow, I just hit myself. See, I don't even know how to do this. I've never practiced enough. But I knew that one day I possibly wanted to change this for a real blade. But, yeah. Who's this from? Who makes this? I don't even know. But a buddy of mine that I know, he started getting into these and started practicing and getting really good. And he showed me, and I'm like, what? I've always wanted one of those things. And he goes, well, I can get you one. The practice balisong. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Hook it up. And that's how I got that piece. This is a copy of a real knife. A real knife that's very expensive and hard to get. This was actually a gift from somebody. He went to China and got a whole bunch of really good products. And this is actually a really good product. It's not authentic, but it's actually still a very good product. But it is a pocket cleaver. Like I said, I love cleavers. In real life, I do a lot of cooking as well. And although I use a typical chef's knife often, I love using cleavers. And I'll usually replace a kitchen knife with a cleaver when I cut a lot of different vegetables. I just find that my big hands and the way I do things, it's conducive to using a cleaver. This is a copy of a company called Rad Knives, and those blades can go up to like $5,000. I tried to get one way back, but the waiting lists and just nobody was selling theirs, or if they wanted ridiculous money, I didn't want to pay for it. But there was a point when I was willing to pay $5K for a real one, but I just couldn't get my hands on it. This is nothing. This doesn't exist. It's not real. Don't even look at it. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's not what you think, or it is what you think, but it's not real. Don't even look at it. It's a figment of your imagination. This is a Kershaw, a very simple Kershaw Skyline. And I bought this, it's not even bearing operated, there's no bearings in here. It's a very not cheap, it's a very economically priced knife. Regular everyday user, I've used this one quite a bit. This is a regular everyday carry, less expensive, easier for me to lose and not care about. Yeah, it's not even that sharp anymore because I've used it so much. But this was basically my box cutter when I was doing a lot of shipping with one of the companies that I was doing. It's my box knife carry, and you can see it's scratched up a bit from rubbing up on walls and things. We have another Kershaw, a very cool Kershaw. I actually bought two of these because they're so cool. And I like the fact that they're multi-use. Tiny little blade, but it's got what I call a screwdriver slash somewhat pry bar. I have used that as a screwdriver before also, and I really like tools that have multi-purpose to them. A bottle opener, of course. I'm not much of a drinker, but I know lots of people who have benefited from this opener. And I really like this thing. How do I open this again? Oh yeah, this one's hard to open. You gotta like, see, you can't even do that. Oh, this one's very used. All right, well, I can't do it right now. I'm not gonna keep trying. Very used, but this is another regular everyday carry that I did. Same with this Kershaw. Still pretty sharp. You can't see my hair, but I've got hair. Pocket Kershaw, I love it. This is a Boker. Again, another one I ridiculously love because it reminds me of a miniature cleaver, a miniature pocket cleaver. And oh, this is serrated. I forgot that it's serrated up here. I guess that's not my only serrated blade. I don't remember what this is called, but it says Curtis Knives on the back, so I'm guessing it was designed in collaboration with them. I really like this knife. I will most likely not be getting rid of it, and I've used it quite a bit. You can see marks all over the blade. Actually, I almost lost this, funny story. I brought this to the Dominican Republic, and I was able to get it in, but it was on me one day, and I forgot to remove it when I went into the ocean. And I was swimming, playing in the ocean, when I realized at my foot I had felt something. I'm like, what is on my foot? I reached down and I pulled up my blade. So my blade had somehow left my body. I don't remember where I was carrying it, probably in my pocket. But it had left my body and fell into the ocean. Well, I pulled it out of the ocean, let it dry up, and here it is. In its glory. Beautiful, beautiful knife. This is cool. This was before I had... Oh no, that's right. This is after I purchased this thing. I'll talk to you about that after. I wanted some sort of neck knife for the days that I was wearing shorts with no pockets. So this was my summer blade, and I've used it quite a bit. You can see marks all over the blade. This is from a company called Real Steel, and I love it. I mean, look at the shape of this blade. Like I said, I really like unique shaped blades, and this one's really cool. I don't know what else to say about that one. Another Spyderco. I don't know what this is called, but this was another. I'm close to the knife store. Let's go check it out. And I saw this sitting in their cabinet display and said, "Wow, that's a really nice handle. Let's get it." And that was it. Simple as that. I have pocketed this and used it. Yep, yes I have. Not much. And because I had so many knives, like I said, over 100 knives, I didn't end up using all of them. That's why I'm selling all of this, because I've realized in 24 hours, how many knives can I really use? I don't need that many. So I'm probably going to reduce it down to maybe 5 or 6 maximum, maybe less, maybe 3. I really don't need all these knives. Probably get rid of this one. It's beautiful, but I like this one better. I like this one better. Yeah. Another random purchase because I was close to the knife store. The Mini Ka by Fox Knives. And I saw this sitting in there. And just like I have a thing for cleavers, I have a thing for miniature blades. And this one especially, if you have a look at it, oh my goodness. It's like a little claw. It's like, I don't even know how to hold it properly, but it's like a claw. And I like the hook. I opened a lot of packages during that time when I bought this, and for work I had to open a lot of packages. So this was a great package opener. Didn't even damage the blade because all those I was cutting was bag packages. Love this thing. Very expensive, ridiculously expensive. The guy who sold it to me even said, "Are you sure you want that? It's really expensive." And I was like, you know what? Just give it to me. Don't even tell me. I think it was like 200 and change. Ridiculous purchase. I might be wrong. You guys can correct me, but I'm pretty sure it was 200 bucks. A little over, but whatever. Oh yeah, we looked at this already. Okay, this is really cool. This is a custom cleaver that I had made. Friction folder. It's a little loose right now, but it's a friction folder, and you've got to hold the spine in order to lock it. And this is really cool. It's made by Matt Johnson Knives. He's still on Instagram if you want to reach out to him. He allowed me to pick my own Damascus piece of material that he could turn into a blade for me and pick my handle. So I told him, listen, I want a pocket cleaver. So he's like, send me a tracing of your hand, send me pictures of your hand holding a knife, send me this, send me that. And I sent him all types of information about me. And he had come up with this. He's like, are you right-handed or left-handed? I got to make this right for you. So I don't know if he made this right for me, or I think if I could go back and choose, I'd ask him for something slightly smaller. And I'm not a fan of how the blade is curved on one side only. And I get it for when I'm cutting these vegetables. Vegetables. I'm using vegetables as an example because I'm used to using a cleaver to cook. This is a flat side, so it'll give me a nice flat, clean cut. But I don't love the way it looks like that. I'd like a taper on both sides, to be honest. But this piece of Damascus is called Wave Pool Damascus, and I personally selected it myself out of a whole bunch of options he had given me. But look at that, that's gorgeous. Look at that pattern. Yeah. This was not economically priced at all. But what do you expect when you're taking up hours and hours of a guy's time to make you a custom piece? Was it here? Yeah, it was here. I'm running out of knives. Let's get into this. What are those? Beads. I'm not a bead guy. Don't really care for beads. But there's a company out there, you can find him, called Zero Feud. He started by making fidget spinners and stuff. Now he makes pouches and continues to make these beads. But these are so cool, I couldn't say no. This one says Haterade on it, and it looks like a Gatorade bottle. What? That's so cool! And I just wanted to support his creative artistry idea. These two I got are little sriracha beads. They mimic the sriracha bottles. And me being an Asian boy, I grew up with this stuff. I bought 2 or 3 of them, and I gave one to somebody else. And me being the generation I am, Duff Beer. Simpsons was part of my regular TV programming. So Duff Beer, I could not say no, absolutely not. I won't be getting rid of these beads. I like them too much. I don't know what the heck this is, but it looks like a little miniature mine or a grenade or something, or a proximity mine in some video games I play. I'd be willing to get rid of this. I don't even know what the heck it is. I just bought it because I thought it looked cool. This one is very cool. Looks like a nuke. A mother of all bombs. Some kind of missile. Awesome. Awesome looking bead. Different materials, some aluminum, some titanium. That Haterade one was plastic. What else do we have? Benchmade knife pouch. Yeah, I sold a lot of knives, and I didn't realize I had pouches and boxes to send to people, and I have a whole bunch of left over now. This is a very cheap thing I've ordered from, I think, China, but I had noticed this on a website somewhere and thought, hey, I could turn that into something. And this is at the time, at the peak of me. If you guys don't know, I also throw knives. I throw shurikens. I'm actually pretty good at throwing chopsticks. Yeah, chopsticks. I've been practicing for years, and I can throw a chopstick easily across the room, dead straight into a small, maybe 4-foot circle. I can guarantee hitting that. And when I saw this, I was like, you know what? Let's buy this, cut off these multi-tool ends, sharpen that up, and see if I can use this as a shuriken. So I haven't made my way to doing that yet, but maybe one day. This is cool. This is from a company called Refine, and it's just a bolt action pen. I love bolt action pens. I have quite a few of them. I love bolt action pens. Just the feeling is so neat. But it's also got this with it, which is, see that? It's transformable. So you've got a flashlight on this side. Boom. All right, let's turn that flashlight off, stop blinding you guys. But I got this from, I think, Kickstarter. It's a company just trying to start out. They're a known company now, and they make a bunch of different things. But this, I believe, was their first product. And I saw it on Kickstarter, and I was like, you know, this is cool. I can support that, absolutely. And here it is, absolutely. I haven't used it. I have used the flashlight, but I haven't really used the pen because I'm afraid of damaging it. What a silly reason, right? So I'm probably going to post this up for sale in the future as a complete kit. I still have the extra battery it came with and everything. And I just want to send it out to somebody who will love it and enjoy it, because I'm not enjoying it. I love it, but I'm not enjoying it. I actually like it separate, to be honest. I like the flashlight separated from the pen. I love how small this bolt action pen is like this. Very easy to carry. You know what, I might not sell it. I actually like this pen. And it's just as heavy as my Boker bolt action anyway. I bought a really heavy brass Boker. Where is it? I think it's in my backpack. But I'm starting to feel how heavy that pen is after using it for 6 or 7 years. Not starting, I have been feeling how heavy it is. And this is just as heavy, so, but cooler. I like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Where's this go? We'll put it over here. And we have this. I bought, when I saw this existed, I ended up buying probably 5 or 6 of them. And at the moment I have 0 left because I bought them purposely as gifts for people. Look at this thing. Now, I had originally purchased it because I wanted to see if I could learn how to throw it, so it could become a little mini throwing hatchet. But it does work sometimes, but I don't think it's meant for throwing. And it's not balanced enough. I can throw it, and I've been able to get it into the target very well, but not 100% of the time. But this is so cool. You know, it hangs around your neck, and there you go. You get a nice little knife. So again, this is a summer knife. Something I wear when I've got shorts that can't carry a blade. Very cool. Boker mini hatchet. Boker mini axe, whatever it is. A mini hatchet, I think. Since these are here, I might as well show you guys what they are. Some of you might know what they are already. But this is called Pyro Putty. I don't remember where I learned about this, but it's just a really cool idea. And it's fire starter putty. This orange one is meant for the summer, and it's just like fibers, almost like cotton fibers, covered in a wax. It smells like anise. It smells like licorice. But fire starter putty. You pull it out, you light it up, and it's fire starter putty. Summer blend for hotter days. So the wax is harder, I believe. It'll last longer. This one is the winter putty. The wax is softer, I think, is their thing. Yeah, the wax is softer, I think, and easier to light in the winter. And all of this is apparently waterproof, but I don't understand how fire can be waterproof, so I can see this being waterproof. What's this one? Eco Blend. What's the Eco Blend again? I don't remember what the Eco Blend is. Oh, this one's really soft. Ooh, this one's super soft. This is the softest one of them all. Not sure what the Eco Blend is for, but it's soft and it's Pyro Putty. That's it. The rest of my knife collection. Archiving video. And what am I going to sell? Not much to sell. I missed this thing. Very cheap junk Chinesium thing. Batman blade. I thought maybe if it was strong enough I could also throw this Batarang. And I did. I tried throwing it and I could absolutely get it into target. But it's very unbalanced. And it actually worked better throwing it without the spin. Straight throw was always better with this thing. Not to mention the blades are off center. Yeah. Frame lock. Very cool. Just a gimmick. That's it. Well, thanks for joining me in checking out my archive video for these knives before I get rid of them. Anyway, peace out. Make it a great day.